Hello, my name is J.M.Topp and welcome to another video for this channel. This is the Writing Vault. This is where I stream on Twitch. So, hey, if you're able to catch me 6:45 a.m. to 11 a.m., that's typically when I stream, Tuesdays and Thursdays. If not, you can obviously just subscribe to the channel and notifications on so that way you know when each video is set to release. So we're going to release on Wednesdays and Saturdays, 2 days out of the week. Well, there you have it. That is our schedule. Today we're going to talk about struggle versus story. Or I guess if you don't have struggle, you just don't have a story. Well, or at least not a good one. You could have a story, but it's, without weakness, the story ends before it can begin. Your characters need to have flaws. Your characters need to have depth. That's what we talked about in the stream today. And I just wanted to recap all of that in this video. Having a character go through situations that may be interesting, but the character is flat, is like boiling steak and adding salt and pepper a little bit afterwards to make it a little bit better. Now, I think that tastes disgusting. It's going to taste bland, and it's going to have just a little bit of seasoning, but it's still not good. So that's kind of the way I view, it's still serviceable, I guess. You could probably still eat it, and it'll just be a little nasty. Well, that's what I think characters without flaws are. We were talking about external struggles versus internal struggles. Like if you have an external struggle, that's great. So for the example that we used in the stream was a struggle, for example, a kid in school, right? Going through puberty, that's something that you could add flaws in. If you're writing about that type of thing, that's where one of your characters could have a flaw, right? So your character is going through puberty, that's something that's an internal thing, as well as maybe there's a bully at school that wants to beat up on your character. Well, there you have it. There's an external struggle. So you have two sides that are fighting against this main character. How much more interesting would it be for this character to overcome these through great struggle? It makes it rewarding at the end, so that whenever you finish the book, that makes it memorable. That makes it, wow, okay, this is a character I relate to because I had a similar experience in high school. Or maybe if you didn't have a similar experience, you can still relate because I have this certain struggle in my life that I'm trying to overcome. There's the internal thing, and the way you resolve these issues is equally interesting. You could succumb to your inner demons, your own emotions, and not become a better person while still overcoming the external struggle. Or vice versa. You could beat up these bullies, for example. Oh wait, that's the exact same thing I said. I'm just saying it reverse now. I mean, you could face your inner demons and become a better person and not be able to fight off those bullies. What does that mean for the story? What does that mean for your character? That could even lead into more flaws, such as bitterness, saying, okay, well, the issue that I had before with maturity is now something that I'm having to double up now with bitterness. Now I'm a bitter person because I was able to beat this certain thing inside me, but not my external situation. Does that make sense? I know it's a little bit complicated, especially when you get into the intricacies of what make a character great. And I feel like part of what makes a character great is that struggle, is the realization of wanting to be something better. And I feel like tossing characters into situations is okay, it's fine, but your character already has to have things going on that are causing stress in their life. Again, something that can cause them to struggle. We call this character a Mary Sue. Now, I know that Mary Sue has a more female connotation simply because of the name, but it applies to both male and female characters. It applies to all characters. You could have a Mary Sue, someone with no perceivable weaknesses or flaws, someone who is just has all the answers already, and yeah, just throw them into some situations, and that'll make up for it. And I just think that that's a cheap way to write. That's a very lazy way to write. It's very uninteresting, uninspired, and I feel like for that creative mind, the one who isn't plagued by producers and other people who are just care about the cash value. When you write, you should write from your own experiences, from things that you went through, from struggles that you had. How better to connect with a readership and explain to them this is what makes a human human. How better? I feel like when you write from your own experiences, you show that, hey, this is what I had to do to bridge the gap between me and my achievement of this goal. I would love to know your thoughts on what you think struggle means to a story, on what you think flaws mean for a character. And let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. Remember, this is all being streamed right now on the Writing Vault on twitch.com. So if you're a writer and you're interested in these kind of things, feel free to pop in here and maybe ask me a question if you have anything to talk about when it comes to flaws in characters and struggles. That is something I love talking about because I feel like that is the essence of a story, is the flaw that a character has. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys on the flip. Peace.